Hey guys, welcome to today's episode of Corner Stories. Your boy Gerald Cadet. As always, a wonderful, tremendous, fantastic episode I have for you guys today. You guys already know what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk everything NBA bubble today. All right, everything NBA bubble. I didn't talk to you guys all last week. Technically, kind of. I talked to you guys on Monday, but you know that I was just basically recapping the weekend of the bubble. But we had our first full week of the bubble. I'm going to recap that. I'm going to recap what happened Monday night and Tuesday and tonight to this Tuesday, the race for eighth. I'm going to talk about what playoff matchups we must have. So talking about like the seeding and all that stuff. And then I'm gonna talk to you guys about the decade, this past decade, the 2010s, and it's something fun. And let's just get right into it. The NBA bubble. The one thing I want to talk about with the NBA bubble that hasn't been talked about a lot has been NBA bubble fatigue. I know me myself from Thursday to about I can honestly say maybe Thursday. So for a week, I've watched nonstop basketball, like from sunrise to sunset. I was watching nonstop basketball. But after a while, I got a little sick and tired of it. You know, I don't want to say sick and tired of it, but I got tired of it. That's a better way to say it. I got tired of watching basketball from literally 1 o'clock in the afternoon to, let's say, the last game would end around 12 at midnight. It takes a lot. So me having that type of fatigue, imagine the players, imagine the coaches. All they have been doing is just basketball. Whether that be practices, film sessions, games themselves, pressers, post practice pressers, all those things, all the above. They are having fatigue, and I don't blame teams like the Lakers, like the Milwaukee Bucks, like I would say a team like even the Los Angeles Clippers for resting players and doing all those type of things. It is good for their psyche because the players, me myself, I had the fatigue, but me myself, I could go out. What? Not really. You know, I have to. You guys, please wear a mask. But anyways, I could go out. I could watch like a Netflix special. I could do a bunch of things. I could go out and eat. I could do a bunch of things. The guys at the bubble, besides bubble activities that probably could get like a little tiresome, they can't do anything. They are stuck in that bubble. Even though there is a lot of stuff for them to do. I'll say that there's a lot of stuff for them to do. But they're stuck in that bubble, and it kind of sucks because all you have around you is basketball. All you have around you. Looking through my Instagram feed, I saw this one quote from Jaylen Brown. He stated, "A lot of times, a lot of guys, they want to be able to leave and forget about basketball for a little bit. It's impossible here." He's right. It's like having a job, right? Having a job. You have a job, you're 9 to 5, you do that every day, right? Whenever it's time for your break, whatever that time is, or whatever, or not even that, more simpler than that. You work Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. You have Saturday and Sunday to basically forget about your job. So that basically it gets you off of your fatigue and whatnot. The NBA, it's literally practice, game, pressers. You go to your room. You go to the I think it was like the game room. You go play golf or whatever, and you still are around basketball things. You know, you still are around basketball things. You are still around people who are going to talk basketball with you, who are gonna say, "Hey, how come you didn't go this way in that game?" Or how come you let the guy pass and didn't try and take a charge, things of that nature, and it gets tiresome. So I'm not blaming the coaches for resting players at this moment. they need to get re-energized, rejuvenized for the playoffs, which is coming next Monday, April 17th. It's coming. We're gonna see it just like that. Let's talk about pre-pandemic, how players used to be like. One example of this is LeBron. LeBron back in 2016, he basically took a week off, went to Miami to go work out and see Dwayne Wade just so he could re-energize himself for the season, especially the second half of the season, try and make a push to the NBA Finals. LeBron James did that. So I just wanted to put that thing out there. Players do that during the normal circumstances. Players have been doing that. However, the NBA bubble is still on, regardless. And let's talk about what has been going on. What transpired last week? What transpired the last time I talked to you guys? What has transpired has been the Portland Trailblazers for real. I love the Houston Rockets. The Clippers, what were I talking about? The Pelicans, the nails in the coffin. Pelicans are about to get sent home as of August 12th. That's Wednesday. The Lakers have the number 1 seed. I like the Nuggets. But there's two stories. I really want to dive into. Let's talk about the Phoenix Suns. And let's talk about T.J. Warren. First, the Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns have been my surprise of the bubble. I'm shocked at what the Phoenix Suns have been doing. I respect what the Phoenix Suns have been doing. What the Phoenix Suns have been doing is just amazing. The Phoenix Suns, prior to the bubble, the Phoenix Suns had a 0.3% chance of making it to the playoffs. Now they're only a half game out of making it to the playoffs. Half game out of making it to the playoffs. Technically, 2.5 games because of the whole play-in situation, which I'm going to talk about in later. But that team is a team not only built for now, but built for the future. They have a legitimate shot of, first of all, going undefeated. They have one more game in the bubble, which is against the Dallas Mavericks on Thursday, which I believe the Dallas Mavericks will be sitting players like Porzingis, Luka, maybe Tim Hardaway Jr. because I believe Tim Hardaway Jr. is a very important asset to that team. They're gonna sit them down, so most likely that they are gonna end off the bubble 8-0. But let's talk about let's dive in a little deeper. Let's talk about who's on the Phoenix Suns. That's a tough question to ask. I didn't know last week I was on here and then I basically wrote off the Phoenix Suns, not saying anything about them. Basically saying every team has a chance for the battle of eighth. Every team has a chance except the Phoenix Suns. I was wrong about that. The Phoenix Suns have made it their mission to get the AC, and I love that. Devin Booker leading the thing. You have somewhat veteran leadership you do have veteran leadership in a player like Ricky Rubio. Given I believe he has a career high in points, 13 points a game. You have stretch fours in Frank Kaminsky and Dario Saric. You have a solid foundation down low in DeAndre Ayton. I'm still trying to figure out DeAndre Ayton's game. Even I haven't really. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I haven't really been watching a lot of the Suns games. I've been catching the highlights. I've seen the game against the Clippers. So I'm still trying to figure out the DeAndre Ayton game, pre-pandemic. Was I gonna sit down and try and watch a Phoenix Suns game? Hell no, I wasn't trying to do that. But I do want to say this. If we really, really look at it and dive deep into the Suns team, the Suns season actually, the Suns were on a roller coaster season. Mainly upwards. They started off the gate, but I believe they were like about 7-2 or something like that, and 8-2. Started off strong, one of like the top teams in the NBA at the beginning of the season. They took a little dip, but for the most part, they have been level. I remember early March, I believe. Early March, they had a game against Portland. I'm thinking that Portland's gonna wipe them out the gym. The Phoenix Suns actually though, Aaron Baines, Devin Booker, they did that. So if you look at the Phoenix Suns throughout the season, you will not be in complete shock of what the Phoenix Suns are doing. The Phoenix Suns, I talked about this with the Toronto Raptors. Phoenix Suns are hitting fire. They're catching fire right now. They're beating teams up bad too. Beat up OKC earlier today. I believe the score was 130, 105. Not the Suns. They beat the Thunder yesterday, Monday night, and today beat the 76ers by like 130, 113, so a score like that. Devin Booker. Let's talk about Devin Booker. Everybody who's a basketball analyst, everybody who's a basketball aficionado knows Devin Booker is about the buckets. But this year, he doesn't need. He's dropping 30 because he could drop 30 in his sleep. Like that's like a fact now. That's a fact. He could drop 30 in his sleep. But now, having people like DeAndre Ayton, having people like Ricky Rubio, having people like Frank Kaminsky, having people like Dario Saric, he is being helped. He is getting help from so many players. I could also talk about Kelly Oubre, but I don't think Kelly Oubre is not going to play in the bubble because he has I believe it's a torn Achilles he had earlier in the season. But he has help. He doesn't need to do everything by himself. He has the help that he's been, I guess, looking for. Back in the day, he used to have to create offense himself. Now he has someone, a great passer in Ricky Rubio, a great field general in Ricky Rubio, to help him out and facilitate for him and do those things. He doesn't need to make his shot on his own. There's the stat I saw earlier today that he went from 36% from shooting 36% on assisted shots to now 46% on assisted shots. Amazing. That's an advanced analytics stat, which I'm not. If you guys know me, I'm not a very stat heavy guy, but seeing that stat was amazing. The Suns are here to stay. You have Ayton, 22 years old. Ayton said, he's not 22 years old, is he? I think he's about 20, about to be 21. Ayton actually said the suspension he had earlier this season helped him out. It helped him to focus on basketball more. Like it helped him to like really settle down and like take basketball seriously, which is like I guess for the rest of the NBA that was like the worst thing to do because that guy he's massive. So the Suns, man, do I think the Suns are going to make the playoffs? No, I do not. I still am riding high on and the Portland Trail Blazers, which I'm going to get to in a little bit too because I got something to say about that. But if there was like a way to like, not even say that, let's just say this. Next year, if that group, and also I want to talk about Monty Williams. Monty Williams, he might get a bad rap. I believe he has a losing record as a coach. But Monty Williams, he makes nothing out of something. Not saying that the Suns don't have anything. They have Devin Booker, of course. But he was in the same situation in Cleveland, I believe. Cleveland, I believe, was his last stop. His last season with Cleveland, him and Kyrie Irving and Deion Waiters were on their way to make the playoffs. Not really, but they finished about, I want to say 11 for 12. 11 for 12 in that race. I believe the year was 2013, 2014. Young players. He is a great coach, a great father figure. He is a great mentor for the young players, especially now in this NBA where like a player like Ricky Rubio has been in the league for it is now 10 years. That's a veteran. That is a old veteran. Usually the oldest guy on the team is about a 5-year player, a 5-year vet. And the Suns got something. There's something brewing in Phoenix. I'm happy to see that Phoenix basketball is back. Growing up back in the 2000s, it was all about, I don't want to say all about Phoenix, but it was always Phoenix, San Antonio, Dallas, and the Lakers. It's funny now. Phoenix, Dallas, and the Lakers are reigning supreme. San Antonio. Can San Antonio make the playoffs? I do not see a scenario they do make the playoffs. But if there's one person who could make that happen, is Pop. Pop, I don't know how. First of all, I don't even know how the Spurs are in the position that they're in right now. No LA. The whole Spurs organization is still reeling from the whole Kawhi Leonard situation. You have that aspect, but the glue, the gorilla glue, I should say, not any type of glue, the gorilla glue that's keeping them together is Greg Pop. DeMar DeRozan, he basically, it sounded like earlier in the season he wanted to leave San Antonio. It sounded like he wasn't going to re-sign with the team. But he's playing his butt off. You have players like Rudy Gay. He's going back to 2009, 2010 Grizzlies Rudy Gay. Patty Mills, Forbes, DeJounte Murray. Those guys are good. Like I said, I do not see them making it far. But hey, man, would I be shocked if they make to the playoffs? No, I won't. But do I see it happening? I really don't. Now it leads me to I guess it's time I should make this a segment. Let's bow down. Let's put our heads down and say a prayer for Memphis and the Memphis Grizzlies. Memphis had a great season. Many ups and downs. Surprise team of the West this season. But all good things must come to an end. Ja Morant, Rookie of the Year, in my opinion. He did all he can. But the biggest blow that happened, first of all, the schedule itself wasn't kind to them. Every team on that schedule, did they play the Wizards? I think that's the only team that, was an easy win. But every team in that bubble, in that schedule for the Grizzlies was tough. To say the least, tough. They made it past against the Thunder. I was shocked about that game. They made it past the Thunder. Other than that, they've lost every game. And a lot of those games, they've been in it till the end. It's just that team is young, man. They have a lot of great pieces. Jaren Jackson, that was my first time actually watching him. He's a really good player. Ja Morant, he's Rookie of the Year. What else does need to be said? Brandon Clark, they have another great down low presence in Brandon Clark. I'm a fan of Grayson Allen. I think Grayson Allen needs to stay on that team. It's good for him. And many others on the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies had a fun season. But like I said, all good things must come to an end. I don't see the Grizzlies making it to the play-in game. But the Grizzlies, between the Grizzlies, Spurs, and Suns, they have the easiest route. They just have to beat the Milwaukee Bucks on Thursday night. And Milwaukee's probably not going to play Giannis Antetokounmpo or Chris Middleton. So maybe they have a chance to get into the play-in game. But now, not being the 8th seed, they have to win 2 games. Do I see them being able to beat a team like Portland twice? Not really. I really don't. But like I said, right now, this bubble, we have seen things that we probably thought we will never see in our lifetime. And it's been fun. It's been making basketball interesting instead of like the whole regular, you have the Lakers or the Raptors or the Bucks beating up on the Wizards, the Kings, teams like those. And now like there's like intrigue. There's pretty much there's a lot of intrigue in the NBA, especially going down to the last game. Three teams are half a game out of the A seed in the West. 3 teams. So there is gonna be a playing game. There's no like doubt about it. There is gonna be a playing game. Who do I have my money on? To be honest with you guys, I think the playing game is gonna be Portland Trailblazers against the Phoenix Suns. I think it's going to be Portland Trailblazers against the Phoenix Suns. And I think the Portland Trailblazers take it because you just need to win 1. The 9th seed has to win 9. I mean, the 9th seed has to win 2. The 8th seed just has to win 1 game. 1 game and you're out of there. And the way this man has been playing, and I'm about to talk about it right now, the way he's been playing, 1 game is easy to get. 1 game for the Portland Trailblazers is easy to get. And that person, you guys know what I'm talking about. Let me just do it again. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Damian Lillard. So, let's talk about it. Let's talk about Damian Lillard. Let's talk about what happened on Saturday. I personally was shocked on Saturday. Down by 1. Went to the line. First one short. Damian Lillard's not a bad free throw shooter. He's gonna make the second one. I turn my head around. I'm watching this game at work actually. I turn my head around. Second shot. He missed. I see people fighting for a rebound. I'm like, whoa, what happened? He missed? They missed. Had Patrick Beverly, who, if you guys know, a lot of people close to me know this about me. If you guys I'm not a fan of, I guess, players who run their mouth, bark or whatever. So I'm not a fan of Patrick Beverly and players like Patrick Beverly. But on here, I'm ejected about everybody. But you see Patrick Beverly, you see Marcus Morris, all laughing, doing this, so many things. So many things. So there's a little Twitter, Instagram beef between Bev, Paul George, and Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard hit it right on the nail. Those two guys know that I'm capable of making those shots, those free throws. I've sent Bev home before. I've sent Paul George home before. He really sent Paul George home last year. Bev, he got caught on the screen back in 2014, but he really sent Paul George home last year. So when that happened, when that dynamic happened, Damian Lillard went on to go and drop 51 points on the Philadelphia 76ers. Okay. You missed 2 shots. That could have really put your Trailblazers in great position to basically control the 8th seed for the rest of the week. But you missed, all right? You go ballistic. You heard what Paul George and Patrick Beverly had to say, and technically Marcus Morris. But let me remind you guys, I want to remind you guys who really started the beef. It wasn't Pat. It wasn't Paul George. It was Dame Dollar himself. This man made a shot, looked at the bench, said, look at Pat Bev, said, I want you here. I want you here. I want you here. That's what he says. And then basically Pat Bev he closed the game. He closed I guess the mouth talking game. That's what I'm gonna say. The mouth talking game. He calls the mouth talking game with the, oh, is it Dame time? Is it Dame time? Dame was pissed. He proceeded to drop 51 points. Monday comes. Shout out, Undisputed. Skip Bayless goes on to say that Damian Lillard is not that good of a play. Well, I don't say that good of a play. He did not say that. He said Damian Lillard is not clutch. He had multiple times to be clutch in the Golden State Warriors series in the Western Conference Finals last year. No KD. And he didn't come up big. 33% in fourth quarters in the series. They got swept, by the way. Having leads of 15, and I believe they had another lead of about 8 at one point in the series going into the fourth quarter. Okay. What does Dame say as a response? He goes on social media first and say that, he doesn't respect Skip Bayless, but as a response, what does he say? He dropped 61. The Blazers are now in sole possession of the 8th seed. Just need to win against the Nets on Thursday, which I like the Nets, but I don't think that's gonna be a tough task. Like I said, I like the Nets, but I don't think it's a tough task. But they still have to win. So Paul George and Pat Bev, said, put some dirt on Damian Lillard's name. Skip Bayless said, put some dirt on Damian Lillard's name. Dame, man, I need you to be angry going into the Lakers series. I'm objective here. I'm not a Lakers hater. I'm not a LeBron hater, but I want to see a great series. So I guess it's time for me to say something. Dame, man, let me take the glasses off. Dame, you looking at me? I need you to look at me, Dame. You're trash, man. Always complaining about stupid calls, bro. You're not getting fouled, man. Stop complaining about calls and play some basketball, bro. That shot today you had, luck of God, man. You're not really that good of a player. Point guard wise, I'll pick John Wall over you. Isaiah Thomas over you. Pablo Prigioni over you, bro. You're not that good. You're really not that good. You're not one of the top point guards in the NBA. So all that bombs away, bye, all that stuff. Up until you go to the NBA Finals, that don't mean nothing, man. That doesn't mean anything. Russell Westbrook, your enemy, has been to the finals. Chris Paul's been in the finals. Pat Bev, he's not been in the finals. He's about to be in the finals. That's how I'm feeling, Dame. What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it, Dame? That's right, you're not gonna do nothing. You're gonna go 34% in fourth quarters. I hope that works. Damian Lillard, I hope that works. Cause I want to see you go off, man. I want to see you go off. I saw what you said. Put some effing respect on my name. I saw that. Let's see if you are deserving of people putting some respect on your name. Speaking about somebody that needed some effing respect on his name, TJ Warren. My man, TJ Warren. It's a good thing I did not start recording this episode Monday or Sunday night like I wanted to. TJ Warren started off in the bubble 53 points. Had a plethora of games of over 35 points. Dagger 3 against the Los Angeles Lakers on Saturday night. Monday, the Pacers played. Let me see who they played on my notes. The Pacers played the Miami Heat. The same Miami Heat team that has Jimmy Butler. The same Jimmy Butler that punked you, I believe it was February of this year. That Jimmy Butler, he punked you, right? You've been going off, TJ. So, and then you still got beef. You said you verbatim. You basically, well, I'm paraphrasing, I should say. You basically said that Jimmy's, he ain't it. He ain't that guy. Okay, what did you turn out to do? First half, he was on fire. 12 points. First half. How much did you finish with? 12 points for the whole game. 2 for 6 from 3-point. Oh man, what did Jimmy Butler have? 11 boards, 19 points, 2 steals, about 5 assists. TJ, man, I wanted to talk my ish about you on here, but I really can't do that now. I really can't do that. But TJ, we have a chance. Me and you have a chance to redeem ourselves. I have a chance to redeem this show, and you have a chance to redeem your hot streak. Because it is looking like so the NBA playoff picture is starting to formulate, right? The Bucks are gonna play the Orlando Magic. The Nets are gonna play. The Raptors are gonna play the Nets. The 1 and 8 seed and the 2 and 7 seed are set. But how should the 3 and 6 and the 4 and 5 seed be set? I think 4 and 5, and this is for rating purposes only. 4 and 5, TJ Warren versus Jimmy Butler. It's simple as that. The Miami Heat versus the Indiana Pacers. I think that's going to be a knockout, drag-out fight. I think all NBA fans always want to see 7-game series. Tough 7-game series. Not the Miami Indiana 7-game series where oh no, was it Miami Indiana? No, it was Miami Indiana. Not that 7-game series where every game was just a blowout and the home team winning. No, we want to see knockout dragouts. A series like the Spurs and the Clippers of it was that 2014, 2015. Series like OKC and Golden State. Series like Golden State and Houston the past couple of years. Series like that. We want to see series like that, man. So Indiana, Miami, that's going 7 for real. 3 and 6. I don't think it's going 7. I think it's going to be a sweep. Boston, and I have it right here, written as what's left of the Sixers. The Sixers. No, Joel Embiid said it says that he's gonna come back. He had a little ankle, mess up on Sunday against the Trailblazers, and then you have Ben Simmons, man. I'm praying for Ben Simmons. Hope Ben Simmons has a fast recovery. We're pulling for you, Ben. He messed up his kneecap. Had to have surgery. I believe it was yesterday. He had the surgery. He underwent surgery, and Ben, we're rooting for you. But even at full strength, I think the series would have went 6-7, but Boston Celtics they have too much firepower. To me, the best young duo in the NBA in Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Marcus Smart, he's grimy, he's gonna dive for loose balls. He's gonna set charges. He's gonna get charges. He's gonna do that stuff. He's gonna do a bunch of those stuff. Dive for loose balls, all that stuff. I have Boston. And then, like I said, the 1 and 8 is set already. It's gonna be the Bucks and Orlando, and then 2 and 7 is set already. The Raptors and the Nets. That's the East. That's how I see the playoff picture going on for the East. Now, let's talk about some real basketball right now. Some real basketball, and I like the East. I really like the East. But let's talk about some real basketball. The 1-8 seed should be the 1-8 matchup should be the Lakers against Portland. That game is going 7. And if Damian Lillard hears my comments, the Portland Trailblazers have a great chance of beating the Los Angeles Lakers. Let's talk about the Lakers real quick. The Lakers are not looking good in the bubble. Maybe it goes back to what I talked about at the beginning of the show, fatigue. That bubble fatigue, all you've been doing is basketball. Maybe you just need a change of pace, or like you need something to get you up. The playoffs is going to get you up. However, maybe that gets you guys up defensively, because defensively you guys are not doing well. Offensively, you guys showed a smudge of offensive prowess last night against the Nuggets. Although that beat the Nuggets second and third team, but you guys did show a smudge of offensive greatness. But for you guys to beat the Trailblazers, nobody's guarding Dame on the Lakers. Nobody's guarding CJ McCollum on the Lakers. So those guys alone are owning the Lakers. Now you have another dog in Carmelo Anthony. Another dog in Carmelo Anthony. He wants to go. He's probably one of the few guys in the NBA who wants to go at LeBron James. Maybe it's because of the friendship or whatever, or like the whole upbringing. Like those guys have been connected with each other since about 2002. Melo wants to show. I know it's deep down in Melo's heart. He wants to show that he could hang with. He can still hang with LeBron. And I know he can. So 3 dogs in that team. Nurkic, he started off well, but he hasn't been looking good lately. So we're gonna see about that. How is Zach Collins gonna contain AD? That's a good thought. But I think that'll be the best series. I like Phoenix, but like I said, I don't think Phoenix have enough dogs on that team, or I haven't seen them with enough dogs on that team to go at the Lakers, because I feel like that's the way a team besides Los Angeles Clippers could give it to the Lakers. They have to have dogs on their team, not guys who could just score or whatever, but guys that could score and give me LeBron, give me AD. I just see the Portland Trail. They got that. They got that grit to them. Them and the Rockets. So 2-7. The Nuggets play the Clippers. I believe it's tomorrow, Wednesday. And I believe that game could define the second and third seed. They are about, I believe, 2 full games out. So maybe because of the loss, it doesn't affect it. But I had the Nuggets playing the Mavericks, because I think the Nuggets and the Mavericks, the battle of the Stifle Towers, but doesn't make any sense. But I'm going to use it anyway. The Stifle Towers of Giants, the battle of the Giants between Joker and Porzingis, 2 highly skilled big men. The way the big men are going to be transitioned into in the 2020s, you're going to see them at play. And then you have people like Michael Porter Jr., Luka, Tim Hardaway Jr., Bobo, Jamal Murray, JJ Barea. He's still fun to watch. Max Kluber, players like that. Boban. You have players like that. That would be a fun series to me. More fun than the Clippers and the Mavericks. However, it's not gonna happen. The Nuggets are looking like they're gonna play the Jazz, which is still good, but I be seeing that Joker, he be getting whatever he wanted against Gobert. I be seeing that. Maybe you guys see whatever. Maybe you guys see something else. If you guys are watching on YouTube, comment down below if you guys, see something else. But that's what I be seeing, personally. Next, 3-6. I already said you got the Jazz and the Clippers. I think that's gonna be a sweep regardless. Nobody really on the Jazz could go at Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. I don't see that personally. But hey, man, I've been wrong before. Let's see if I'm wrong again. Hey, shout out Craig Sager, R.I.P. Craig Sager. That's the guy right there, Craig Sager. Next, well, it's the last one, and I wish we were able to go to the arenas now, but we can't. But this right here would have been it. 4 and 5, the 4 and 5 matchup, the OKC Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Houston Rockets. What happened this past season? Oh. Wait, what? What happened this past season? Chris Paul got traded to OKC for Russell Westbrook. Chris Paul and James Harden were having beef last season. Russell Westbrook, the biggest knock on Russell Westbrook is that he couldn't lead OKC to anything. What else needs to be said about that? What else needs to be said about that series? If there was fans in that series, it'll be the best series we have had in a while. But there's not, you know. But that's how I think the seeding should go. I believe the bubble as a whole have been tremendous. I've seen almost every team play. I've liked the way teams like the Nets, who I wanna say for the I guess I can't think of the word. I just want to say, if Kenny Atkinson was coaching this Nets team with not even G Leaguers, I think people lower than G Leaguers, people that you see on the park at Rucker, the Nets would have a better chance of upsetting a team like the Raptors. I believe that. I believe Kenny Atkinson is like I said, he's a great coach. I believe that he would have been able to devise plans to focus on the weaknesses of Toronto and focus on the strengths of his Nets team. And shout out Jay Crawford. Jamal Crawford is with the Brooklyn Nets. He messed up his hamstring. I hope he's ready for the playoffs because I know he has another 30-piece, 40-piece, 50-piece in him. And he should be in the league next year. The same with Isaiah Thomas, by the way. Isaiah Thomas should be in the NBA next season. But I digress. Like I said, we've seen a lot of teams. I've been talking about Phoenix a lot today. They're good. You've seen players like T.J. Warren. People like Chris Broker had a career high 25 points. People, I seen P.J. Dozier on the Nuggets. Bobo. You've seen so much stuff in this bubble. And I'm so grateful for the bubble. I'm so grateful for the NBA's back. And guys, man, the NBA playoffs is coming next Monday. Next Monday, the NBA playoffs are coming. The playing games are going to be over the weekend, I believe. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But the playing game, literally, the NBA, the playoffs start on Friday, basically. Playoffs start on Friday. And I'm smiling because I'm so happy about it. It's like a kid waking up Christmas Day, seeing the presents out there. It's awesome. Awesome. So, I want to talk about this last topic. I was supposed to talk about this last topic a couple episodes ago. But, since the playoffs for the NBA are coming now, it's just perfect to talk about it right now. We just finished a decade. We just finished 10 years. The 2010s is behind us. Of course, the new decade that started off terrible. That's needless to say. But I guess keep it staying on that topic of terrible. Let's talk about who had the worst team-wise. Let's talk about who had the worst. Which teams, which organizations in sports had the worst 2010s? So, the worst 2010s in sports. I'm going to go for each major sport. So, that'll be the MLB. That'll be the MLB, the MLB, the NBA, and the NFL. So, this is the top, the teams in those leagues, which ones had the worst 2010s. So I want to first talk about the New Orleans Saints. Yes, in the NFL, the team that had the worst 2010 were the New Orleans Saints. And why can I not? Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. So let's talk about the New Orleans Saints throughout the 2010s. Let's talk about the catch. Part 2. That's 2011. Vernon Davis. A pass in the divisional round between the 49ers and the Saints. The Saints had a pretty good game, but Vernon Davis, a tight window too for Alex Smith to throw to. Vernon Davis catches the ball. 49ers end up to win. That's division. That's 2011. That's their first L in the playoffs. You got Bounty Gate. Bounty Gate. Sean Payton out for the whole season. I believe that's the first year of many. I think it was like 3 years that the Saints did not make the playoffs. The Saints had a losing record in those 3 years. So you got Bounty Gate, 2012. The Miracle in Minnesota, 2017. Miracle in Minnesota, man, 2017. The Marcus Williams, he's trying to, he has his head down. He has his head down literally to tackle Stephon Diggs, misses the tackle, and Stephon Diggs, I think it was about not even 20 seconds. I believe it was 10 seconds left. They just needed to tackle him inbounds. The Minnesota had no timeouts. And that happens. I'm going to say that one for last. So let's talk about this past season. In 2019. The catch. The pass interference from Kyle Rudolph. You can put that in there. That's still part of the 2019 season, but it happened in 2020. But I'll put it in 2019 season. But last but not least, 2019, and throughout the whole decade for the New Orleans Saints, the whole decade will be known as the decade in which the refs cost the New Orleans Saints a chance to the Super Bowl at Super Bowl 53 against the Rams. Nicole Roby Coleman literally tackles. I don't remember who the receiver was, but literally tackles him. No pass interference. The referee right there in his face. No pass interference. If I'm a Saints fan, just putting that out there, my stomach is turning because so much bad stuff happened to you guys. So that's my choice in the NFL. The New Orleans Saints had the worst 2010. For the MLB, it's obvious. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers. 2013, they lost in the NLCS to the St. Louis Cardinals. 2014, they lost to the NLDS to the St. Louis Cardinals. 2015, they lost in the NLDS to the Mets. 2016 they lost. My bad. I'm sorry. 2016 they lost in the NLCS to the Chicago Cubs. 2017 they lost in the World Series to the Houston Astros. Now putting that back into perspective, it is known now that the Houston Astros were sign stealing, which hurts that more. Puts more emphasis on that 2017 World Series loss. 2018 they lost in the World Series to the Boston Red Sox in 5. Another team that was part of the sign stealing operation. And 2019 they lost in the NLDS to the Washington Nationals. The worst thing about all those years, I think besides 2013 and 2014, so 2015 on to 2019, the Los Angeles Dodgers were the favorites to win the whole thing at the beginning of the season. So you come in the favorites for basically six or I'll say 5. 5 of the 10 years we have in the decade, and you can't come up with a World Series win. I think the Dodgers had the worst 2010s out of all sports, out of all professional sports. I think it's the Dodgers that had the worst. And then lastly, for the NBA, the Los Angeles Clippers had the worst 2010s. You have your owner fired. You have your owner banned from the NBA, which it's a good thing. Donald Sterling, he deserved to get banned from the NBA. That's a good thing. So I guess you could say they started off on the up. David Stern vetoes the Chris Paul trade to Los Angeles to your big brother, the Lakers, and you guys get him. You guys get one of the most explosive, fun guys to watch at the time, Blake Griffin. You guys are an up and up, right? You guys are an up and up. But then you guys blow a 3-1. You guys blow a 3-1 in 2015 to James Harden and the Houston Rockets. Blow a 3-1. Have Josh Smith. I don't even think a lot of people remember who Josh Smith is. Looking like a superstar. Looking like a Magic Johnson. Running up and down the court. You guys lose to the Portland Trailblazers in 2017, first round. You guys lose to... Damn, who was the Memphis Grizzlies you guys lost to in the series. And to go back to the Los Angeles Dodgers, the Clippers were... The Clippers, a lot of people had the Clippers... Throughout, like, around the 2014 to, like, 2016 time, or I'll say 2012 to 2015 time, 16 time, I should say, they had the Clippers, a lot of players, analysts, had the Clippers going to the finals. So I think the Clippers, had the worst decade for the NBA. Maybe you could talk about OKC, maybe, because the 3-1 blow, but OKC was always a team that was there. There was always a team that was there. Nobody really thought that they were the best team. They said that they had the best player in Kevin Durant, but I don't know about that. What do you guys think? What do you guys think that the Clippers were? I think out of the three teams I picked, I say the Los Angeles Dodgers had the worst decade, but I could be missing a team. I thought these teams came up in my head, and I was like, damn, yeah, these guys must have had the worst decade. The 2010s was terrible for them. They're happy that the 2010s are over. Well, they thought they were happy the 2010s were over, and did not know that the 2020 will come with this bang. This bang. What do you guys think? For the people watching this on YouTube, comment down below. Hey man, this is Gerald Cadet. This is the Corner Store. I do want to say one thing. I do want to finish this off. One thing, guys. My 50th episode is coming up soon. It's gonna be fantastic. A lot of things are about to change with the channel, the direction of this brand, the direction of this podcast, the direction of everything I'm doing. So, guys, be on the lookout for the 50th episode. Guys, if you can, start sharing. Start having your friends, your uncles, your whole family, people that you don't even know. Subscribe to me, man. Subscribe to me. Big things are coming. 50th episode is on the way. I want to do something big for the 50th episode. I am going to do something big for the 50th episode. But I want to do something else big. I want to do something like a giveaway for the 50th episode. But that is on you guys. I need to have at least 100 subscribers before the 50th episode. The 50th episode is coming out. So this is episode 47. So I got 2 more episodes until the 50th episode. Guys, if there's 100 subscribers by the time I'm making up the 50th episode, guys, man, big things. I will do a giveaway, a huge giveaway. So guys, make sure you like, share, and subscribe if you're new to this channel. I love the support already, guys. Just keep sharing. Tell people that I'm here, man. I feel like this stuff is good. I know this stuff is good. I don't feel like nothing. I know this stuff is good, guys. This is Gerald Cadet. This is the Corner Store. I'm just trying to start the conversation. Peace, man.